Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the thing is that health and wellness, Africatown's been convening these different work groups around education and health and wellness. And I remember really helping with some of the original ideas about it. But you guys have really taken it to the next level. Tell us a little bit about how you got involved with this project for these Black Health and Wellness meetups.
Definitely. It's an honor. I'm an executive director for Resilient and Sustaining Empowerment. We're a nonprofit organization that focuses on mothers and children that have been impacted by gun violence. So we work with Black professionals and practitioners that come into space to help the mothers to heal from the violence. So Curtis reached out to me about 8 months ago or so and connected with me in terms of the efforts that Africatown has had around Black Health and Wellness Initiative. So similar efforts with having Black practitioners and providers come into community to help the community to heal. So leveraging some of the existing partnerships and then taking Africatown's database and making the connections with the practitioners and providers to bring them into community to help us to heal.
Oh, this is beautiful because you know what? That's exactly what it's all about. And I think from a community perspective, we understand certain things around what's necessary to heal. But I love that you and your nonprofit have now joined this effort to really take it to another level. And the thing is that we have a lot of different people in our community that represent expertise around health and wellness. How are you able to utilize your connections and your community, relationships to then benefit this health and wellness initiative?
Definitely. We have a wonderful team. We have two interns from Seattle University, the nursing program, who support us on a weekly basis. They've been with us for about 6 months now. We have two other employees of Africatown as well that are part of the team. So there's a total of 5 of us. And so we meet regularly as we plan and forecast what we want each month and the rest of the year to look like. And so that looks like connecting with partners, connecting with previous partners, existing relationships, and holding those folks accountable. This is community work, right? And so often I find myself finding strategic ways to engage the practitioner to have them engage community. And so really just calling on them to show up more, right? For an hour, one hour a week even, right? And so it's been beautiful. It's been beautiful to see how they're willing after kind of breaking down COVID-19. We've been in this for 2 years. And so we're really in like this recovery stage and we need everyone involved.
Yeah, this is so key. I mean, we understood that, we always had it kind of as like this digital space, but the pivots around COVID were real. And when we could meet in person, we were. And the thing is that you're right. These practitioners need to share what they know to be able to benefit community members. And oftentimes we understand that there are barriers to, gaining access to certain practitioners. I mean, we talk about therapy often in the Black community and breaking down the stigmas around therapy. And I just shout out to, Washington Therapy Fund. For opening up this opportunity to allow for there to be a list now of, Black therapists that they can go to for free and community can connect. I mean, how has it been for you personally? Because I know for me, it was just so rewarding to be able to do some of that work and lead some of these calls and bring this information out to community. How has it been for you, Lynniah?
Oh, it's beautiful. It has held me accountable to my healing. So a lot of gun violence for 2021 and before for 16 years of my life, but 2021 was terrible. So working with practitioners and providers to bring relevant information, relevant content, activity-based, educational has been, it's held me accountable to my healing. And it's been very rewarding. I would like to make a call to practitioners. So we have, when you're ready, I can talk about the schedule and what it looks like.
Yeah, please.
Okay. So for the month of February, we had Brother Alfred White. He came in and talked to us about epigenetics and breaking generational curses. That was a virtual session. For the month of March, we had Melanie Bell. She did meditation with us. And for the month of April, we'll be in person. So from now on, for the remainder of the year, if COVID stays at bay, will be in person. And so we'll have Brother Haru. Each time we meet each month, we'll be at the Liberty Bank building in the Central District. So we'll have stress relief training for the month of April. And then going into May, we'll have Sophia Haddix. She'll teach us about yoga and how to do yoga. For the month of June, we'll actually be in the Central District. We will not be at the Liberty Bank building. We will be at Bull Stewart's gym. He'll teach us how to do some calisthenic workouts and how to get our body feeling good and get us moving. And for the month of July, we will be working with Orisha Day. Orisha Day will guide us through an ancestral healing circle and teach us all about that. For the month of August, we will be at the Emoja Fest. So instead of meeting we typically meet on the second Saturday of each month. We'll move it up 1 week to Saturday of the Emoja Fest. And so I'm really looking forward to some African dancing for that one. So we're building out some content from September to December. So please feel free to reach out to us. You can catch us on, find us at africatownlandtrust.org website, or you can email me directly at Lynniah@riseforus.org. That's LYNNIAH@rise4us.org. We also would like to make a call to, am I talking to?
Oh, you're good.
We also like to make a call for interns, or anyone that wants to do some community service hours. As our interns are phasing out, now that the school year will be ending within the next 6 weeks, we would like to call for some more support to get us through the summer. So definitely want to put that information out there as folks are learning and ways in which they can engage community. They want to spend time throughout the summer, just really engaging and helping to shift the narrative and help us to make these efforts.
Yeah, well, so if folks are interested in the intern position, do they find that information at africatownlandtrust.org as well?
Yes.
Okay. Well, this is great. I mean, because you just laid it out. You guys have some amazing practitioners coming in, it looks like, from now until September. And I love that you guys are going to be at Emoja Fest. Absolutely. But, as people are trying to get engaged, you're saying it's open door to come to Liberty Bank building and participate. You guys will be in the community room, I'm assuming?
Definitely. And so in addition to that, you just reminded me of something else. So not only are we doing these monthly meetups where we're meeting on the second Saturday of each month, but we're also looking to fill in some activities at the Liberty Bank building on a regular basis. So on a weekly basis. So just to give you an idea of what the practitioners and providers, what that actually looks like, we're looking for therapists. We're looking for neural paths, nutritionists. We're looking for, folks that can engage folks around workforce development, because that helps with health, right? And so we're looking at any type of practitioner provider that can really dedicate just an hour of their time to community to really engage us. And so there's folks that actually live at the Liberty Bank building. They have seen tragedy in the beginning of this year that has really shook our community. And so just really coming in to support them, but also everyone on the outskirts as well. It's essential. It's vital.
It really is. And this is something that I think is so key. I mean, you're talking about Brother Haru coming on this month.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So also every third Saturday of the month, qigong is done in the community room at Liberty Bank building. And Haru is the instructor for that. So I love that we have this connectivity and really a growing community around health and wellness, but it's prioritizing health and wellness and being culturally responsive, because I think one of the big barriers for a lot of folks in Black community has been that they don't see enough practitioners that look like them. Right. So you're talking about Alfred White, who also came here and was able to explain to us some of the things around the League of Extraordinary People that he runs, and talking about epigenetics. But the idea is that we need to kind of open our minds to some of these things that are real and alive and well in our society. I think this is a great opportunity for people to really get connected, because you don't have to come in knowing any of it. Come in with a free mind and understand that you're going to get some information that's going to be beneficial to you in your life. Also, too, I think you were just talking about it. eating. We talk about a nutritious diet often, but I think one of the things that we have to start breaking down in our minds is some of the misinformation that we've been given over time through society, right? We think about the food pyramid. It tells you to eat certain things, and then you realize actually that's a little bit off, right? Actually, our portion should be a lot different. So there's a lot that I think we have to relearn and just open ourselves up to that. How has it been in terms of the response that you've gotten from community members who have actually been able to partake in some of these sessions?
It's been beautiful. Folks have been filled up. It's been really rewarding for me as well, just and invigorating in the efforts to plan the next meeting. So each meeting gets better and it gets better. And now we're back in person. Oh, I'm just so excited. I just wanted to clarify the hours too. So we'll be meeting from 11 to about 2 or 3. And so the actual start time will be 11 o'clock every Saturday, second Saturday of second Saturday of each month at the Liberty Bank building.
Well, this is great, Lynniah, and I thank you so much for pouring your passion into community the way you have. We talk about on this show in particular, community is so key to what many of us do and how we show up and bring our full selves to these initiatives and these different approaches to healing all around. I mean, I've been able to take some of Arisha Day's classes around, healing circles. The ideas that we didn't have that when I was growing up, it wasn't, this idea of kind of restorative justice that I hear from my brother, Rail Be Free, right? Like that I've seen it work. And you actually understand there's a different way. Everything isn't a one-on-one thing or where you have to pay a fee to a doctor in order to understand this. There's a way that we can heal each other in community. When we think about young people being able to see this and really grow up with these practices, what are some of the things that you're really hoping for that the next generation understands? These are now, staples in our community. When we talk about healing circles, when we talk about stress relief or different ways that we can deal with the environment, what are some of the things that you're really excited that this right here is doing?
I think that was a great segue into some of the thoughts I had around the youth. And this is actually for everyone. This is not just designated for adults only. Please bring your children. We do not have designated childcare as of yet, but I hope with growth that we will. And it's for the younger children, but for the children that are able to move around and to engage, please, by all means, let's also engage them. Now, my hopes and my dreams, my vision is that this will carry on, right? That we will be able to normalize ancestral healing circles for the youth, right? For middle school, for high school, therapy, right? We'll get more therapists involved. I spend a lot of time vetting therapists for families. And so there's not very many out here that are actually equipped and have the knowledge and the ability to help the families, right? They typically end up will do more harm than good. And so I spend a lot of time working with therapists, but getting to a place where the youth are coming up and they're like, maybe I should get into the therapy industry, right? Maybe I should become a therapist. So having more of them with the lived experience that actually can fill those places and those spaces.
You know what? It makes a lot of sense. And I love what you talk about in terms of normalizing certain things that maybe weren't as normal. And again, breaking down the myths and the stigma, as we both said earlier, these stigmas around how we heal. So I can't thank you enough. One more time, you can look right there in that camera, make sure folks know how to contact this amazing initiative, how to get engaged and involved.
Yes, indeed. We just made a social media account, but Elijah Lewis will tell you guys more about the social media aspect. You can find us on africatownslandtrust.org. Riseforus.org is my information, and my email is Lynniah@riseforus.org. Thank you guys so much, and happy Friday.
Yeah, I'm so glad you brought it another level of feel goodness. Thank you so much, Lynniah, for joining me today.